Perched on the edge of a rugged cliff, a young seagull stands, his soft white feathers ruffled slightly by the ocean breeze. His wide, expressive eyes scan the open sky, filled with both wonder and hesitation. Just moments ago, his siblings, two young seagulls with wings not much longer than his own, had taken their first flight, soaring into the endless blue beyond. Now, he stands alone, his small talons gripping the rough, sun-warmed stone beneath him. Below, the vast ocean stretches far into the horizon, its deep blue waves glistening under the golden sunlight. The sky above is bright and clear, only a few wisps of cloud drifting lazily. The air is fresh, carrying the salty scent of the sea and the distant calls of gulls already at home in the sky. But he hesitates. The wind whispers against his wings, nudging him forward, inviting him to trust in himself, to take the leap. His heart races. He shifts his weight, glancing down once more, then up at the open sky. This moment is his. With a deep breath and a final glance at the world below, he spreads his wings, ready to embrace the unknown. On the edge of a towering cliff, a young seagull stands, his small wings slightly open but frozen in hesitation. He flaps once, twice, but then stops, his courage faltering. His head tilts downward, eyes locked onto the vast, rolling sea below. The waves move gently, deep blue-green, stretching endlessly toward the horizon. It looks so far, so unfamiliar. In the distance, his siblings are already in the air, their wings spread wide, gliding effortlessly through the golden sunlight. The wind carries them with ease, but he remains, talons gripping the rugged stone beneath him. Small cracks run along the surface, patches of moss growing in between, his only comfort in this moment of doubt. From another ledge, his parents watch. Larger, their feathers more defined, they stand together, their keen eyes filled with both patience and encouragement. They have seen this before. They know he is ready. But does he? The ocean breeze ruffles his feathers again, as if whispering, "Trust yourself. The sky is yours too." Yet fear keeps him grounded. His heart races. The world beyond the ledge feels too vast, too uncertain. But in the warmth of the sun, in the steady gaze of his parents, and in the distant calls of his soaring siblings, there is something else. A quiet, growing courage. On the edge of the cliff, the young seagull stands frozen, his small talons gripping the rugged stone. The ocean stretches far beyond, shimmering under the rising sun. But he doesn't see its beauty, only its vastness, its uncertainty. Above him, his parents call out, their voices firm yet filled with encouragement. His father, majestic with his sharp beak and pristine white feathers, flaps his wings slightly, urging him forward. His mother, her speckled chest rising and falling with each breath, tilts her head, her gaze a mix of concern and quiet determination. Below, on a lower plateau, his siblings rest, watching with amusement. They've already taken the leap, already embraced the sky. Now, they glance up, eyes glinting with a teasing challenge. The sun climbs higher, stretching their shadows across the rocky surface. The wind whispers through the cliffside, lifting the young seagull's feathers, as if nudging him forward. His heart races. His wings twitch. The world waits. Will he trust himself? Will he fly? The young seagull sits alone, his head drooped slightly, his gaze fixed on the open sea. His siblings glide effortlessly over the rolling waves, their wings catching the golden sunlight. One of his brothers swoops down, sharp and precise, breaking the water's surface, then rises triumphantly, a fish clutched tightly in his beak. He lands on a jagged rock, standing tall, pride gleaming in his eyes. Above, their parents cackle with joy, their voices carrying through the crisp ocean air. The wind dances over the water, sending ripples across the shimmering blue. The rocky plateau where his siblings rest glows under the sun's warmth, the golden light painting every crack and crevice. But the young seagull does not share in their triumph. His stomach rumbles. His wings remain tucked at his sides. Hunger gnaws at him, not just for food, but for flight, for freedom. His eyes, filled with longing, stay locked on his family. They are not waiting for him. They are soaring. And soon, he knows, he must too. The young seagull stands weak and weary, his hunger gnawing at him like a relentless tide. Beneath the bright sun, his frail body casts a long shadow over the rocky ledge. His wings droop slightly, his beak wide open in desperation, a silent plea for nourishment. In the distance, his mother perches on a small hump, her sharp beak tearing into a fresh fish. The silver scales glisten under the warm sunlight as she scrapes her beak against the rock. She does not look at him, but she knows he is watching. The cliffs around him are rugged and unforgiving, their jagged edges softened only by patches of stubborn grass growing in the cracks. Below, the vast ocean stretches endlessly, shimmering as it mirrors the golden light of the sun. The young seagull cries out once more. Will he gather the courage to take flight, or will hunger consume him first? Sound of wind rustling through the cliffs, followed by the distant crash of waves. The young seagull leans forward eagerly, his heart pounding with anticipation. His mother glides toward him, a piece of fish clutched in her beak. His talons tap restlessly against the rocky ledge, his neck stretching toward her, desperate for the meal he has longed for. But just as he reaches out, she hovers inches away, her wings still, her gaze steady. The fish remains just beyond his grasp. His eyes widen, a flicker of confusion crossing his face. Why won't she come closer? Below, the vast ocean stretches endlessly, its deep waters shimmering under the golden light of the sun. The warmth of the afternoon glow highlights the delicate softness of his feathers. His wings tremble, his breath quickens. Something stirs within him, a choice, a challenge. He knows what he must do. Driven by hunger, the young seagull suddenly lunges for the fish. And falls. His wings flap wildly, panic surging through him. His eyes widen in terror as he plummets, the wind roaring past his ears. Below, the vast ocean rushes closer, its waves twisting into swirling patterns. The golden sunlight glistens off the water's surface, beckoning and threatening all at once. From above, his mother watches intently, her gaze filled with both worry and silent encouragement. The wind whips against him, ruffling his soft feathers. The rocky cliff, once so familiar, now towers high above him. He is falling. But is this the end? Or the beginning of flight? Then he realizes. His wings are holding him up. The fear vanishes. He is flying. His wings stretch wide, cutting smoothly through the air. The wind lifts him higher, carrying him effortlessly across the sky. He is no longer falling, he is soaring. A newfound joy surges through him as he glides with ease. Below, the vast ocean sparkles under the golden sun, its waves dancing in the light. Around him, his family joins in, his parents and siblings circling, their excited cries filling the air. His mother swoops past, her wings flapping loudly in encouragement. The sky is a brilliant blue, dotted with soft, white clouds. The young seagull's eyes shine, his expression transformed. From fear to pure exhilaration. The young seagull, now confident in his flight, glides effortlessly toward the ocean, where his family waits. His wings steady, his heart light, this is freedom. As he nears the water, he stretches his legs forward, preparing to land. But the moment his feet touch the surface, they sink slightly. His eyes widen in shock. A sudden panic grips him. His wings flap frantically as he struggles to stay afloat. The water beneath him ripples gently, its green-blue hues mirroring the endless sky. Nearby, his family perches on floating driftwood, watching him closely. Their calls echo across the waves, reassuring, encouraging. The golden sunlight bathes the ocean in a warm glow, turning the vast, unknown waters into something familiar. Something welcoming. He is not sinking. He is floating. And for the first time, he understands. The ocean is his home, too. The young seagull, now fully confident, spreads his wings wide and takes off from the water. Droplets scatter around him as he soars back into the open sky, his heart racing with pure exhilaration. Above him, his parents and siblings follow, circling joyfully, their calls echoing in celebration. Below, the vast ocean stretches endlessly, its golden surface shimmering beneath the afternoon sun. The sky is a brilliant blue, dotted with soft, scattered clouds. And at the center of it all, the young seagull, his beak open in a triumphant cry, his expression shining with joy. He has done it. He has conquered his fear. This moment, this flight, is his victory.